All right, let's do this. So here is what your screen will look like as soon as you open up Premiere. You want to do your best while working on a project like this to keep all of your files in exactly the same place, regardless of whether you go back and edit it or if you add new files or whatnot. Try not to move folders, subfolders, anything like that, because Premiere Pro, along with the rest of the Adobe suite, pulls files automatically from wherever they were last saved. You'll see, I'm getting a little ahead of myself already. You'll see what that looks like in a second here. So, start a new project. Click on New Project. This is gonna be that easy. So location here is where that project is going to get stored. So it'll automatically create a folder in your documents library to put this. Don't put it there because, like I had said, you want to make sure everything's in the same place. And if you let the computer decide where things go, things are going to get a little wonky. I'm trying to use PG language here, so wonky is what came out. But I already have a folder on my desktop, Schultz Ford Thankful Videos. So I'm going to choose that. And that is where my folder is, or my project rather, is going to be stored. See how it changes here. It'll give you the trail of where it is. And then let's name it one Schultz Ford Thankful V1. Easy. Okay. So, oops. That's my After Effects project, sorry. Oops, stop playing. Okay, so welcome to Premiere. So this is what Premiere looks like without anything in it. So you have a couple different windows here, and I will show you what each of those are. So if yours doesn't look like this, then you are probably in a different window. There is learning, assembly, editing, color, effects, audio, graphics, libraries. All of those are different windows that you can use to edit your videos. So go make sure editing is blue and highlighted like mine is here. Then yours should look like this. Sometimes see how you can size these, so they might be different sizes or whatever. It doesn't matter. I just obviously am OCD and need mine to look like this. So okay, anyway, so welcome to Premiere. We want to go File, Import. This is how you will get any file into your Premiere project. You can either do it this way, File, Import, and I'll show you what that looks like. Then I'll show a Finder window like this. You go to wherever your file is. Okay, so now we're going to talk about what I had said at the beginning, making sure all of your files are in the same place. Like I had saved this to the Schultz Ford Thankful Video folder. That is where I have all of the project files and raw files that I'm going to be using for this project. Everything should be in one place, this one folder. So here is the video that I already have downloaded and already put into this folder. So now we go find that, import it. Boom. Now this is starting to look a little like something's happening. So we have this is going to be our raw file library down in this corner here. Another way to import things is if you have one of these windows open already, you can, a Finder window or whatever it's called on a PC, you go to wherever the folder is, find the file, and then you can just drag and drop it in. See, works the same way, whatever's easiest for you. Anyway, now we have a file in there, and we know exactly where that file came from, the folder that we put it in. Okay, so all we do is click it, drag it, boom. Now we're cooking with oil. I think that's a saying. So now we have our raw project library here, our sequence here, this is where all of the editing is going to take place. And here's our preview window so you can see what is in the sequence. So now we're cooking. So in the sequence, an easy way to move around is up where these timestamps are. This is why I had asked you to make edits to the podcast via timestamps, because I can quickly say, or go rather, oh, if I need to go to 4 seconds and, what was it, 5 seconds exactly, here, I'm at 5 seconds exactly. If I want to go to 6 seconds exactly, boom, 6 seconds, easy. Oh, look, you can see my tattoo. Sorry. So yes, this is how you can move throughout the video just by clicking here or clicking here and typing in whatever second you want to go to. So that's how you can maneuver around the sequence here. So let us go to the beginning, 0, 0, dragged it straight to the beginning, put the volume up a little bit, and press play here, or press the space bar, or press play on your keyboard, whatever you want. All of it's gonna work. I'll just show you. There you go. Now we start playing. So first thing we're gonna do is cut out anything that we don't want in the video. Pretty easy, right? So let's make this a little bigger. I just did that by hitting the plus on the keyboard. You can also go to this slider here, drag it, make it bigger, smaller. That's just to make it easier to edit and to see. It does nothing to anything. It's just increasing the size so it's easier to edit. So anyway, make it bigger. Right now you can see more of the timestamps here. And I'm gonna go. That was Regis. I don't want that in there. Okay, so I want it right about there, right before the dude starts talking. I'm gonna go a little earlier just so if we have a transition or anything, it doesn't cut off any of his video, speech, whatever you want to call it. So to edit it, you click at wherever the last video starts. So we only have one video in here. You go to wherever it starts, and then as soon as you go to that, see how my mouse looks like a regular mouse, regular mouse, regular mouse, and then you get to here, and then it switches to that red arrow crop tool. It's fine. That's what you want. You make it do that, then you click it, and you drag it to wherever you want it to start. So now, that's where it starts. All of this is gone. That's one way to do it. I just hit undo to make that undo. The other thing you can do is if you have the video selected here, it's not selected if it's not highlighted. You click on it, it's highlighted. That means you're clicking on it. Hit C, and that's the cut tool. They're also right over here, and if you, the razor tool, sorry. If you highlight or hover over them rather, it'll show you, like, see how that says B, this says C. That's just the key command. So hit C to get the razor tool, and then click wherever you want the edit, or the cut rather, and now you've cut it into two different parts. You select the one, highlight the one that you want, delete it. That's it. So that's just another way to do it. You can drag it to edit it, or you can cut it and delete whatever you don't want. So anyway, now we have this.
Hi, Joe Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford.
Perfect. So we are going to drag it over. See how there's dead space now? So if you actually play it from the beginning,
Hi, Joe Hustleton.
you get black there. We don't want that. So we're just going to drag it over there. So now it's at the beginning.
Hi, Joe Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for
Good.
Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and we thank all the customers for coming out and being part of a good experience.
There. I think that's where he's gonna end. So let's just see. Yep, that was it. So again, like we did at the beginning, let's leave a little bit of leeway just in case we want to transition into something. We don't want to cut off his last word, so we're gonna not cut off as soon as he stops speaking. Give a couple seconds, and then cut it off there. So now.
Hi, Joe Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and we thank all the customers for coming out and being part of a good experience.
Cool, that's the whole thing. We're done editing. We don't need to edit anything else. Your job is done. You just cut off a little bit at the beginning, cut off a little bit at the end. You're done. So that's how you edit. And then you do that to a billion videos and cut them all together, and then you got a video, and you have my job. That's it. So now I'm going to show you what this panel over here does. This is your effects panel, as it says so nicely at the top here. Two things you're going to click on here. One is audio effects. Boom. The other, video transitions. Boom. I think the only video transitions you will ever use are, so you click video transitions, dissolve. There is cross dissolve, and I'll show you what that does. So to add a transition, you just click on it and drag it so wherever you want it to go. I want it to go at the beginning, so I drag it to the beginning. Now it's on the beginning, and you can see it right there. So you go to the beginning, and it fades in. That's what cross dissolve does. So that's one thing you can do, and I'll show you how to add it to the end. Click it, drag it to the end, boom, you're done. That's it. Now it fades out. Fade in, fade out. Makes it look a lot better. So we're actually gonna remove both of those. And now the other one is dip to white. This does exactly what it sounds like it's gonna do. It's going to, it is going to, instead of fading from black to into the video, it's going to flash white into the video. Same with the end. Flash white. That's it. That's all it does. Those are the only two I think you're going to use. They're right next to each other almost. Cross dissolve, dip to white in video transitions. That's it. And then there's audio effects. The only shit. Sorry. I was gonna say the only ones you're gonna use are okay. I'm gonna show you two that you can use just to help with audio problems a little bit if you have them. See how you can hear people talking in the background?
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford.
We're going to try something. It's called denoise. You can also type in whatever you want up top into the search and it should populate. So see audio effects, denoise. You just drag it, drop it onto the audio, and let's see what that sounds like.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
Okay, so that versus,
What we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out.
I do think it's a little better. So we're gonna leave denoise on. That's one. The other one is de-reverb. Let's see what that sounds like.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part.
Okay, versus without it.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford.
Not much better, so forget I even said it. Just denoise. And then the last one, vocal enhancer. So we'll try to add that to the clip.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford.
So that'll bring out any vocals that are in the clip. So this one you will probably have to add just because we didn't use a microphone for any of these videos, and the iPhone quality is subpar to say the least. So you will add two effects, denoise, and then don't touch it, just fine as is, and vocal enhancer. However, depending on who's talking, see, now I'm going to show you the fourth, I believe, and final tab here, which is the effect controls. So that is how you edit anything else in the video. So if you want the speed of the video to be different, if you want the opacity of the video to be different, this is where everything happens here. That's where all of these numbers come into play. So we find the clip that we just added those two effects to. Denoise is here, vocal enhancer is here. Like I said, we don't need to do anything with denoise. We go into vocal enhancer though and click edit. There are 3 options: male, female, and music. Male will pull out and make the lower tones deeper and richer and enhanced, hence vocal enhancer. Female will do the exact opposite and make the higher tones a little more enhanced, and music will sort of do a nice balance of the two depending on whatever audio is being played. There's no audio being played. He is a man, so we are going to click male, and then this.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
Sounds much better. So we're going to keep it. Okay, so that's the video. We're not going to touch the video anymore. I meant to do this before I made this video, but I just finished this. This is After Effects. Welcome to After Effects. You're never going to use it unless you want to, and I can teach you how to use it, but I still don't really know how to use it, so. Anyway, I'm just going to save this real quick so we can add it as well. And like I said, with all of the Adobe Suite software, we need to remember where all of these are being saved. So this is the After Effects project, which you will use. So this is important that you're seeing this. So I'm saving this After Effects project into the Schultz Ford Thankful Video folder. And I'm going to put it into that subfolder, Outro. And I'm going to title it Outro. Boom. So now it's in there. So forget that ever happened, sorry. So this part of the video is done. The dude. So we chopped off the beginning and the end. We added denoise. We added vocal enhancer, and we edited vocal enhancer to the male option, so that it pulls out the deeper tones a little bit better. Now we are going to add the outro that I had made with the graphic that Emerson just sent over. We're going to do that the same way by either going to File, Import, or, sorry, I'm throwing this in there because I just accidentally did it. Right click, this pops up, Import, or drag and drop. I'll show you the drag and, our computers are different, so I'm just going to keep it simple. Go to File, Import, go into the Schultz Ford Thank You Video folder, Outro, which I just showed you, it got saved to. Here it is. Okay, I just edited out something because it was annoying and being really slow, so I'm going to show you how to do this again. So you go to File, Import, Outro. This is where I just saved it. Remember, in the Outro folder, I'll show you. So Schultz Ford Thank You Videos, Outro, AEP, After Effects Project, Import. It'll give you options. Edit this, assets, pre-comp, solids, output, Schultz Ford logo. It's output. Select OK, boom, there it is. Now this, although it's an After Effects project, should be treated the same exact way as the video, like the video we just edited. And you'll see, you just drag it, drop it, same exact way as the video. It just doesn't have any audio to it because I didn't add any audio to it. So it's just the video. So this is what it looks like now.
Thanks.
This is a good time to show you.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager.
See how this line is yellow and this line is red? For it to play at full speed and full quality, those need to be green. So that's why it's like lagging a lot and looks really bad. So you're going to learn 2 new things right now. They're called in points and out points. For in points, you hit I. For out points, you hit O. That's it. And that sort of highlights the part of the sequence that you're working on and allows you to render the project, i.e. make those yellow and red bars green, make it play at full quality and speed. So if I go wherever this blue marker is, again, just drag and drop it anywhere, wherever that is, that's going to be the in point if I hit I, or the out point if I hit O. So let me drag it all the way back to the beginning, hit I, in point, go all the way to the end, and it can be a little past the end because it won't render nothing, so it doesn't really matter. You just want to make sure everything that you want rendered is inside these parameters. Hit O. See, so now it's highlighting everything I want rendered. Go to sequence, render in to out. It's going to go really quickly until we hit the end. Because see how the yellow already turned green because it's just a video file, so that rendered really quickly. This is where it's gonna take a little longer because it's an After Effects project file, so it's gonna struggle trying to render that just because there's more information for it to process. So now we play the waiting game. Okay, we're back. So now this bar that was yellow and the red one are now green. Yay. That means when you look at it...
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and want to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
That's what it looks like.
Hi,
So,
Joe Heselton.
Anytime you edit anything after it's green, it's gonna go back to red or yellow or whatever it was before. Unfortunately, we do have to do that, which means we have to render it again, but I'll show you. So you don't have to render, I'll just show you. So we want to fade in from black. I'm not sure if you wanted the logo reveal to be at the beginning and the end. I'm just gonna put it at the end. Yeah. I'm just gonna put it at the end now. If you want it at the beginning, now you know how to add it, so just put it at the beginning. So I'm gonna fade in from black. So go to video transitions, dissolve, cross dissolve, add it to the beginning, and now.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz.
Perfect. Zoom in so you can see it. So this is the transition here. It was still black whenever he was speaking. We don't want that because we want to be able to see him as he's speaking. So we highlight everything like I just did. I have to show you this way too. So if you don't want to highlight everything, hit A. If you hit A, these two little arrows are going to pop up. Anywhere that you click, once you have those two arrows, anything to the right of that is going to be selected. So you click it, everything's selected. That's another way. I just had to show you, I'm sorry. So you drag it out a little bit, so now you have room at the beginning to edit. And you're like...
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager Schultz.
The transition length is a little too long, so we're going to shorten the actual transition so it doesn't fade in for like 3 seconds, it just fades in for 2 seconds or 1 second. So just like how whenever you edited the length of the actual video, you can edit the length of the actual transition the same exact way. So you go to the end of the transition and then it turns into that little red crop thingy. So you grab it and then you slide it and then that changes the length of the transition. That's it. It's so easy. So let's make it a little smaller.
Hi, Joe Heselton.
Perfect. But like I said, we want him, whenever he starts speaking, we want the video fully, the opacity to be 100%, not fading in still. So let's drag the clip out a little bit, and the transition will stay at the beginning of the clip because that's where you put it. So if you drag the clip to have more at the beginning, it's going to stay at the beginning. So now it's going to fade in from here.
Hi, Joe Heselton, General Manager. Hi, Joe Heselton, General.
Perfect. So when he starts speaking, it's a little close, so let's just add like another couple seconds.
Hi, Joe Heselton.
Perfect. But now we just see that little like, but I don't know what it is. He sounds like he's coming, but at the beginning, listen. There. We want to take that out, so you click on it. Okay. Right click. Go to unlink. The video file and the audio file are linked. That's why when you click on it and you drag it, it drags both the video and the audio simultaneously together. If you unlink it, then you can drag the video separately from the audio. So if you want the video to be one length and the audio to be another length, you have to unlink it first. And that's what we want, because we want it to fade in from where we are right now, but we don't want to hear that little whatever Regis was, that sound he was making, whatever he was saying. So it is unlinked now. So whenever we click on it, we can click on the video without having to click on the audio as well. So let's click on the audio in the same way. Let's just shorten it a little bit so that Regis doesn't say anything there.
Hi,
Still hear it a little bit.
Hi, Joe Hustleton, General.
Much better. And now we just move everything back to the beginning. So now,
Hi, Joe Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford
Much
here
better.
in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
perfect. But now it just jumps into the next, or the outro rather. We want a little transition there. We don't want it to fade in per se, I don't think. And because this is mostly white here, let's use the dip to white transition. So I add that right where the intersection is here. Let me zoom in so you can see it. See how the effect though doesn't affect the clip before it, and it just fades to white at the end there. So we click on that effect and then go over to the effect controls panel over here. Click on effect controls. So now we're editing the controls for the effect specifically. The only thing we're going to change is here, alignment of the effect. We want to change that alignment to center a cut. So now instead of just being on one side, it's right in the middle, and it's going to make the transition happen between the two clips rather than just have the first clip end and then start a transition. So now it's going to look like this. But
Experience.
there's a little too much of him just looking at the screen. So we're gonna drag the video and then drag the audio so that they match. And then we want to, I clicked A, and then that selected everything to the right. Drag that back here. So let's see without the effect. Is that, how much dead time is there?
Being part of the good experience.
Let's do a little bit more. Shorten it a little bit more. Boom. Okay, now let's add that dip to white. Same thing, click on it. Alignment, center cut. I think that,
Being part of the good experience. Coming out and being part of the good experience.
looks a little better. I think we could add a little bit more time on his side of things. So now instead of trying to drag anything around, all we have to do is click on the effect here and just slide it a little bit to the right. So the effect, see how you can see it's more on this side than it is on this side, which means it'll affect the second clip more than it affects the first clip. So it will look like this.
Experience.
I think that just feels a little bit better. And that's it. That's all we're going to do to the intro and the outro, except I'm a liar. We're going to fade the outro out as well, so it doesn't just cut to black like that.
Hi.
So we're just going to do the cross dissolve on that one, I think. Let's drag that out point so it's a little closer to the exact end. And then see how wherever we put those effects, the beginning, the middle, and the end here, it changed that bar, mostly green still, but now it's yellow again there, red again there and there. So we're going to do the same thing, in and out, go to sequence, render, in and out, and now it's going to render those files again. Fingers crossed, this is going to be a lot faster than the first time, which I had to edit out because I was sitting here for too long waiting for that to edit, or render rather. So it's going, and you can see it happen while you're watching the render bar. You see the beginning already turned to green, the middle already turned to green. Now it's just working on trying to render out those last few seconds. And I promise, I know this is taking a while, we're almost done. But hopefully while you're watching this video, you are working along on your own, trying to
Hi,
copy
Jonathan
what I'm
Jeremy.
doing, and it's working for you. Pause and play this however many times, go back, watch it again, just so that you're comfortable with all of these different parts. Anyway, we're back. It's go time, whole thing's green. So now this is what the video looks like. So I just dragged it back to the beginning. I'm pressing space.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
Looks pretty good. So now we're going to add music, and I will show you how to do that. So you can go into this website that I showed you, Envato Elements, go to music. We don't need logo reveal though, just let's look at music. And you can search anything. Pop. And then click on these. I'm sorry, that was so loud. Let's turn that down. Anyway, you get the gist. Click on it, pick the one you want, download it, work on it from there. I'm going to use one that I already have downloaded, and I'm going to add it to the folder just in case you want to use it. So let me do that super quickly. Sorry, I should have done this beforehand, but I wanted to get this over to you as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go where I have my music saved. Oh, you're getting a good look into my file organization. I hope it's not annoying to you. Let's go. Pop? Are they pop? Are they a pop kind of vibe? Let's see what's it sound like. Sure. We don't want anything too overpowering and too distracting, so let's just go with that. I know it's the first one I clicked on. It's also for a reason. And now I'm going to throw that in there. And now we're going to do the same thing. You're going to do this. You're just going to go to File, Import, or right-click, Import. Go into that folder. It should be right there. Boom. Import. Done. Drag and drop. That's the MP3. So if you add any audio, the MP3 files are always going to be green. It just helps with organization a little bit. Video files are going to be blue. Audio files are going to be green. After Effects projects are pinkish, just to help with organization. So again, zoom in, and then you see these audio peaks here. We're going to go to where the song actually starts, right about there. Oop, cut that off. Drag it to the beginning. We want a little bit of dead time, so we're going to do, again, hit A, click everything, drag it over just 1 or 2 frames. Come on. 1 or 2 frames. That's good. And let's drag it over to the beginning. But now the music is way louder than his voice. So we're going to right click the audio, hit audio gain, let's drop the volume by about negative 25 decibels. Let's see what that sounds like.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz.
Let's raise the volume on our computer until we hear him well. It should be about half volume.
Ford here in Wexford.
A little more.
Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around. Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford.
It's a little loud, I think, so let's drop it a little more. So adjust gain by is one way to do it. So instead of typing in a new number every single time, let's just adjust it. It's already at negative 25. Let's drop it by another negative 5. Let's drop it. So now it's negative 30. Let's see.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
Yeah, I think that's good. But we can raise the volume now that he's not talking anymore. So we cut the clip here, cut the audio recording, click the second half, go to audio gain, and let's bump it up again. not all the way to 0 because that was pretty loud, but maybe make it -10 instead of -30. Now we go to, so just because here's what it sounds like,
Have a good experience.
and then just jumps randomly. We go into audio transitions, crossfade, constant power, and it's just like a video effect, drag and drop, boom, right in the center of those two clips.
Experience.
And now drag it over a little bit here.
Have a good experience.
A little too loud while he's
Good
talking.
experience.
-10 I think is a little loud, so let's drop it by 5 decibels.
Good experience.
Much better. Let's cut it so it finishes at the same time. And with audio, see how it finishes right at the same time? With audio and videos like this, you always want to drag the audio out just a little bit longer than the actual video. It just feels better while you're watching it and listening to it. I don't know why I said it like that. So the audio fades out after the video does. Maybe even a little more. Yeah. Okay, so now we go to the beginning. And with audio, this is really fun. With audio files, you can edit it as much as you want and you never have to render it because audio files they contain such little information compared to a video file that has audio with it. It's like 1 billion times more information. Made that number up. So Barstool Green.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
Not bad. Let's listen one more time.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager.
First of all, let's throw a transition at the beginning. Shorten it a little bit.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford.
Let's bump his audio up, just like we bumped the music audio down. Let's bump his up just a little bit. Audio gain, I wouldn't do more than 4.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
Much better. And let's throw a transition at the beginning. Cut that down a lot. And at the end, cut that down a lot. And let's see.
Hi, John Hustleton, General Manager Schultz Ford here in Wexford. Just thankful for Schultz Ford being part of the community, what we do for everybody around us, and to thank all the customers for coming out and being part of the good experience.
I'm happy with it. Now the only thing I didn't do was add the lower third. I'm gonna have to think about how to do that. I might have to do that for you because it's done in After Effects. And even if I gave you the After Effects file, you wouldn't be able to edit it because you don't have After Effects. So I'm probably going to do all of those for you, and then you will edit it and add it exactly like I did with this outro video. With this outro After Effects project here, you just plop it in there, add some transitions to it, make it look good, size it, and by sizing it, I mean you can go into the effects panel here and scale it, see, or slide it. All that can be done in that panel. But for the time being, this is all I'm going to show you how to do. Have fun, ask me any and all questions you have, and good luck. Totally lying, not yet. I need to show you how to export this. So make sure you're clicked. Make sure you have the sequence panel highlighted. Make sure you have the in and out points exactly where you want them, and then go into File, Export, Media. Then this will pop up. H.264 is where you want the first one. Presets. High bit rate's pretty good. Let's change the output name. Let's change it to Same thing we titled this project as one. Schultz Ford, what did we say? Thankful? Yeah. V1. Okay, now let's make sure it's being saved to the correct place. Boom. Let's put it in the folder we want it in. Yeah. Save. And it'll show you where the output is right here. Export. Done. So it's exporting now. You'll see it pop up exactly wherever you told it to go to. Might take a little bit for it to get there for me, but now you are done. Now good luck. Now have fun.